Hello again. I am back with my video review of Transformers Galaxy Force Cybertron Primus. This is the Japanese release, not the US release that came out almost a year later. I got this when it first came out. But they are identical, and it comes with, of course, Primus, and he's in Cybertron mode now. The chip square, called the Omega Lock in the US, and has his own chips. What are they called? Chip square. Force chip, yeah. Oh boy, okay. My mind's a little sidetracked right now because it's not only real late for me, but I'm also watching South Park at the moment, so that's all good. Alright. Now, there's not really much to Primus in Cybertron mode. I think one of the there's like two main features of this that I really like most. One, and most noticeable, is that he's a complete sphere. Unlike Unicron, where it's just like the top front is like a sphere, but then the rest is just robotic-y looking. And number two, it's all these little cities and towers and stuff that you can see, like the yellow here, and most noticeably icon here, and which is the Autobots home. And then on the exact opposite end is the Decepticons. This which kind of looks like a wart on the whole planet. I forget what it's called. I'll probably think about it later. But yeah, they're exact opposites of each other, which is really cool. Now, in between plan mode and robot mode, he does have like a battle mode, which is pure crap to begin with. And I'll talk about the use of this thing in a little bit. In the Japanese instructions, this is the battle mode, while the US instructions have something much more crazy that like just really more resembles a robot, the robot itself laying down. And one thing I've noticed, like, there's several complaints about you absolutely having to need this to be able to transform him, and that's not true. If you saw what I did with this pointing back, you can very well, like, you can't do that. Oh, it's not locked all the way. You can't do that. Well, son of a bitch. Huh. Oh well. Well, that completely destroyed my theory. Well, what I was going to try to say is that you can just like stick your finger in there and it'll work just as well. But apparently if you pull on it hard enough, it will move. Alright, how much? I'm at 4 minutes? Alright, I'm going to go on to transformation. Just for the purpose of this review, I will use this. Alright. And already, just folding in half, you can already see the big robot mode. Now, just like nearly all, oh, not nearly all, quite a few of the designs from the Galaxy Force, including Starscream, this was inspired by the War Within comic series. I'm not sure if it was actually in the comic itself, but I remember seeing a picture from a some book. Oh, it's from the Ultimate Guide. I have that actually. Forgot all about that. Where you see Primus, where you see Cybertron transformed into Primus. Let's see how much of that thing is. Oh shit! Okay. There we go. Not really the hardest transformation at all. Just do these. Yeah, it's one thing about Galaxy Force, aka Cybertron in America, is that the transformations aren't really the most complex. Just a few exceptions. Alright, and there he is in robot mode. I just kind of like to have his cannons here tipped at an angle like that, not just like straight down. Let's see. I have him like this most of the time. It just looks cooler, I think. And he retains so much more detail in here, like inner workings of the planet itself. And to use his force chip, you just insert it here. And this pops out and this springs out. All both foods on the spring. Pretty pointless, because it just sticks out more. It's not like he couldn't use his cannon when it's like that. Looks cooler like that anyway. And he does have like these little rubbery robot arms here, but I don't bother with that. That's just too gimmicky for me. Oh shit. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm easily irritable right now, so there may be a few cuss words in this video. Even though I try not to cuss in my videos. Okay, there we go. Alright, overall, it's not a bad figure. It's not the greatest. This figure was definitely overhyped, because as a display piece, it's great. Just as a toy, it's just not very functional. The hands are kind of goofy looking. His fingers are long. It's definitely out of proportion, but looks nice if you just have him curled up like that. Alright, of course these missiles that shoot. Not sure where's the button? Okay, there it is. Okay, that was a waste of time. I can't even figure out how to fire his missiles. Flame mode is very detailed, but really doesn't look too much like the Cybertron that we see in the show in Galaxy Force or G1 or any really show. It's just really just looks like a robot that is folded in half, that has sphere-shaped parts on them, which is essentially what it is, but they could have added a little bit more detail to make it